Much like any transformative experience, spiritual awakening comes with its own set of side effects. And today, we'll learn about the lesser-known dark side effects of spiritual awakening, those hushed whispers that nobody prepares you for, but almost everyone experiences. 1. People ignore or avoid you. As you wholeheartedly embrace your spiritual awakening, a fascinating transformation begins to unfold, reshaping not only your inner world, but also your interactions with those around you. This profound shift in energy may lead some people to react in ways that you may not have expected. On one hand, there are those who may perceive you as boring because you've transcended the superficial and external sources of excitement that once defined your life. Your newfound sense of fulfillment now emerges from deep introspection, meditation, and a relentless pursuit of self-discovery. This can be puzzling to those who still find contentment in surface-level pursuits, leading them to distance themselves from you. On the other hand, some individuals might perceive you as too intense because of the depth and sincerity with which you approach your spiritual journey. Your heightened awareness and inner exploration can be overwhelming to those who have not yet embarked on a similar path. They may feel unable to relate to or understand the profound changes you're undergoing. As a result, they choose to avoid or ignore you, not out of malice, but as a way to protect themselves from the perceived intensity of your evolving energy. It's important to recognize that these reactions are not a reflection of your worth or your journey's validity. Instead, they are a testament to the unique and deeply personal nature of a spiritual awakening, where you evolve and eventually start attracting people with your exact frequency. These reactions from others are part of the process, and they do not diminish the significance of your journey. 2. Increased pain. Awakening isn't a magic switch that suddenly dissolves the ego and bathes you in perpetual serenity. In fact, being awakened often means you'll experience more pain, not less. Why is that? Because awakening peels back layers of ignorance. It's like flipping a switch that turns on a brighter light in a room. Now, you can see everything, even the dust and the stains that were always there but not visible before. After awakening, you'll find it easier to step into a state of heightened awareness. However, habits are powerful, and sometimes you'll revert to your old unconscious ways. It's during these times that the contrast becomes palpable, and you feel a sense of pain that's deeper than before. When in an unawakened state, you might not even realize the impact of your actions on yourself or others. The pain of awakening often stems from the realization that you can no longer hide from your own self-destructive patterns. You see your ego in action, with all its tricks and self-sabotaging maneuvers. It can be distressing to witness these patterns and face the harm they've caused, not only to yourself, but to those around you. People mistakenly think that awakening has brought more suffering into their lives. It's not that there's more suffering, it's just that the veils have been lifted, revealing the suffering that was always there, lurking beneath the surface. Yet this isn't a reason to worry, because it's an opportunity for healing and growth. As you embrace this pain, you'll find that it no longer controls you. You become a conscious observer of your emotions, understanding that they come and go like passing clouds. This understanding grants you the power to respond to pain with compassion, rather than react in ways that perpetuate suffering. 3. You start to view time differently. Awakening can shift your perspective on time. It's as if you've stepped out of the river of constant busyness and into a serene pond where time seems to flow differently. In moments of pure awareness, you find yourself less concerned with the past or future and more focused on the present moment. In this altered perception of time, you become aware of the preciousness of each moment. You recognize that life is a series of nows, and the quality of your presence in each moment greatly influences your overall experience. This can lead to a more mindful and intentional way of living. However, this shift in time perception can also be disorienting. You may feel out of sync with the fast, future-oriented world around you. Your priorities may change. To make the most of this shift in time perception, embrace the power of presence. Engage in mindfulness practices, such as meditation, or simply being fully present in your daily activities. This will allow you to savor each moment and find meaning in the simplicity of being. 4. You feel disconnected. Imagine finding a new radio station that broadcasts music resonating deep within your soul. But as you tune in, you realize other stations are now static, distorted, or completely silent. This encapsulates the feeling of disconnection that often comes with spiritual awakening. As you draw closer to your authentic self, you may find that your friends' circle around you begins to change. Interactions with old friends become tricky. You find yourself retreating into silence when once you would engage freely. Topics that used to captivate you now feel superficial. People who were your anchors in the past suddenly become like distant stars, still visible, but far away. Awakening can feel like you're inhabiting a new skin, and it's not uncommon to feel lonely in this transformative phase. But feeling disconnected is not a call for you to squeeze back into your old pants, so to speak. Embrace the uniqueness of your new self, even if it confuses or alienates others. This journey isn't about them, it's about you. It's crucial to remember why you embarked on this journey in the first place, to be authentic to yourself. This period of doubt and vulnerability is a delicate time that requires safeguarding your newfound self like a tender sprout. It's also important to remember not to compare yourself with others who are ahead in this journey. In such a case, it may feel like being a sapling in a forest of ancient trees. While they may tower over you, remember that you too are growing at your own pace and in your own direction. It may be isolating at first, but you're not alone in this. Reach out to kindred spirits who can offer nourishment to your soul, the same way the rain and soil nurture the sapling. 5. You are confused. Imagine you just opened your eyes after being submerged in a vivid dream, and for a moment, everything is so peaceful, and it all makes sense. But then reality floods in, replacing your peace with questions and puzzling thoughts. Your mind starts questioning, what just happened? Is this normal? Why is this happening to me? This is the labyrinth of confusion, and it's a place many of us find ourselves in after a spiritual awakening. Even if you spend years on the spiritual path, reading sacred texts and diving deep into practices, experiencing new levels of awakening seems like landing in an unknown country where the language, custom, and even the air feel foreign. The mind loves to navigate known landscapes, but awakening is a territory it can't map out. It's beyond the scope of imagination, something you can't prepare for with mere thoughts or concepts. So, what can you do in the midst of confusion? Feeling confused is natural, but don't let it escalate into panic or obsessive searching. While it's tempting to find immediate answers, sometimes the most profound wisdom comes from sitting with the unknown. Surrendering is a big part of this. There's a lesson in the very confusion you're experiencing. It's like a fog that forces you to slow down and pay attention to your surroundings, to become present instead of compulsively seeking external validations. Allow moments of silence to seep in. Silence, in its subtle power, serves as a bridge to a deeper understanding. It connects you to a state of being that doesn't require immediate answers, a space where you can just be. When you quiet the chatter of the mind, you create room for your inner wisdom to speak. So, while it's natural to turn to spiritual texts or teachings for clarity, remember that the ultimate compass is within you. You don't always need a map to navigate the waters of awakening. Sometimes you just need to be still and let the currents guide you. The path of spiritual awakening is both transformative and complex. It comes with its own set of side effects that are rarely discussed, but are part of the journey. Each side effect, while challenging, serves as a stepping stone toward a more authentic and awakened version of yourself. Embrace the journey, for it is a profound exploration of your inner world and a connection to the greater tapestry of existence. As we wrap up this exploration of the lesser-known side effects of spiritual awakening, we invite you to join us in our next video, 3 fundamental spiritual tests you should know before it's too late. If you're ready to deepen your understanding of the spiritual journey, click the link and watch the next video. And with that, I'd like to wish you the very best in your journey of awakening, healing, and manifestation of a greater life.